very beginning, I have to say that it didn't seem like that real.
It's really dusty down here. Go through there?
Yeah. I couldn't really get into it and think, oh, there's someone chasing me right now. When we first saw Mantracker and I realized he was coming, oh my God, oh my God. Suddenly I thought, this is real, there's someone chasing us. I would say I was sobering.
Took about 20 minutes to just say, okay, I don't know how this man's chasing us.
He's right there, right?
It's a very, very intense experience.
There they go. Let's go get him.
Suddenly the chase is very real and is a nerve-wracking experience.
The first day was more panic than anything. When we were in the chase, the adrenaline rush I'm feeling is just incredible. It's not like any other adrenaline rush. It's completely primeval. Get up and run. It's really that predator-prey, and it's based entirely on fear. You're moving out of fear, and it is real.
I don't like that.
It must have been one of the worst nights I've ever experienced. It must have been 5 degrees, felt like -2.
We get to camp, set a fire. Wood's wet. Can't get it started. Finally get some driftwood, get it going. We hear thunder.
Wind was coming in like 40 clicks, rain, cold, couldn't dry our clothes, and just trying to use this dirty tarp as cover.
Oh, dude, it is wet. We have this makeshift tarp that's dripping all over us. I can't find my grape jelly to go on my army ration piece of bread, and I'm just getting dripped off.
I don't know how we survived the second day going through that night.
So it rained. It was crazy windy. As you can see, we had this makeshift tent of sorts set up. We were fortunate to have it, and life was great. I was sleeping no problem on this bed of pine needles, and then probably, I'm guessing 1 a.m., it just, a hurricane blew through, and tarp was flying, rain started coming. I was like, oh boy. So we just were kept awake by this tarp like this.
And all my life outdoors, sleeping, I've never been that cold. I've never been in that much pain. I truly wanted to die, and the whole night I didn't sleep. I laid there thinking thoughts like, there's no way I'm gonna finish this. There's no way I'm gonna even, I was trying to think of ways that I could get caught by Mantracker valiantly.
It was absolutely the worst sleep in my life. Tommy was all over me. The idea of packing one sleeping bag, bad mistake. We nearly froze to death. We ended up like snuggling each other.
Mike and I decided before the chase to pack as light as possible, so we just brought one tarp, a clear tarp, that we basically made a Ziploc sandwich bag that we slept in.
That looks roomy in there, eh?
It's spacious.
Who's the lucky guy who gets to sleep right here?
Oh, this feels good.
Yeah. Yeah, is your brother-in-law gonna be able to get in there?
I think we're gonna be okay, actually.
Yeah?
I think there's gonna be just enough room.
Are you gonna come back out is the real question.
No, I'm just gonna go to sleep right now.
All right. Where were those moves earlier on today when we were being chased through the woods?
Gotta save something for day 2.
It was freezing cold, and we were basically zipped in there for freshness.
All right, so here we are, yeah, we're in our Ziploc bag.
Can you really get a feel of how the Ziploc bag is directly on my head?
If any animal wanted to catch us, they would have eaten Mike first, and they could have saved me perfectly preserved for later.
Good night, Mantracker. Good night, sidekick.
Good night, sidekick. Good night, Mantracker.
Good night, Adam.
Good night, Mike. Over.
Over.
My number one concern coming on the show was what was the camera crew going to be like, because how do you tape a chase without screwing the prey, without getting them caught?
But what made me realize more than anything that these guys didn't give us away was seeing Mantracker, because not once did I barely saw his sidekick, Not once did I ever see his camera. Not once ever.
I didn't see Shifty, the cameraman who was with Mantracker and Sidekick. I didn't see him once. The entire chase, I did not see that guy, not even one time. So I don't know if he was even there, but I assume he's going to have a whole bunch of footage, but I don't know how he got it because I didn't see him.
For people who believe that the cameramen throw off your location and that is all staged and set up, totally false. They're in the woods with us. They're running through, jumping over the logs, falling down with us, scratching. They get just as many bumps, bruises, and cuts as what we do. When we were bushwhacking, they weren't 20 feet behind us. They were 2 feet right next to us, never missed a thing. Worked harder than what we did sometimes.
Lawrence is this athletic freak of nature who can track you through anything. So if you're running full steam diving over barbed wire fences, he's running full steam diving over barbed wire fences and filming, somehow.
The cameramen are definitely the most inspiring people of the whole experience. I can't want to cry. You know, like Kurt is funny as hell.
If we just had a cactus casualty here or something, just danger fucking pain, Igor.
We're doing what we're doing, and we have 2 hands, and in this pack that weighs like about 2 pounds, and he has a 30-pound camera, and he's got to carry it on one shoulder, and he has to catch what we're doing, and he has to nail cactuses with his knee.
Which cactus?
Right there.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we gotta really watch those. This is good stuff. You can use this, Kurt. That hurt. Fucking ran into it hard. This leg had the motion. I went, oh, just breezed it.
I mean, he got hurt way more than we got hurt.
You know, they couldn't help us out along the way. They couldn't help us with locations or strategy or where to go. And at the same time, they were very much on our side, you know.
They didn't get involved. Sometimes I wish they had got involved. There was more than a few times that I got confused and kind of looked at them and went, and they just gave me that deadpan look back.
They're like little cheerleaders, you know. They can't help you, but they do in the way that you're not alone in this.
They're incredible. I mean, they go through like 10 times as much as we go through.
It's nice to meet you. I'm hugging you.
Good job, girl.
I think the Mantracker experience is pretty unique because it takes so many different elements. So there's the physical side, there's the endurance side, there's the mental side, and it brings it all together into such an intense period where you understand that you have the time pressure, you got to go a certain distance, and there's 2 guys chasing you the whole time. It's pretty unique. I don't think I've had any experience like it.
You are on the go for 2 whole days. You don't get a chance to rest physically. You don't get a chance to rest mentally. It is tough, tough, tough. You've got to be ready to push yourself to a limit that you've never, ever been to before, or you'll crash.
I was pretty sure that I could handle the distance, but what throws you is you're not just doing distance. You're doing distance without breaks. It really starts to wear on you.
Is he waiting in the bush?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yuck doesn't mean anything to me.
Yes.
And you got to do everything you can not to, take it out on the guy you're with, and kind of try to stay together and keep each other through that, because you get, I guess, shook is the right word.
There's so many elements that are out of your control. You think you can plan and you can strategize and do as much as you can, and just when you think you've got it all figured out, Mantracker's staring you in the face. You think, how the hell did he get there?
Watching it at home, you cannot appreciate just how freaked out you can become. You feel that fear, you feel that intensity.
When I compare the experience of being on the show versus armchair quarterbacking from my seat at home in my comfortable house, it's a lot harder than you'd expect it to be. The brush is thicker, Mantracker's better at his job than you expect him to be.
There's another one right here. The horse is following it.
Dave, there he is. Dave, get down. Hey, get down. Come here. He's always there. The horses are faster than you expect him to be. He comes out of nowhere.
You don't know what you're made of until you're faced with something that decides that for you. And the only control I had in this was my reactions my attitudes, and my actions. I'm not even sure where the fuck I'm going right now, because I've trusted him way too much.
Just so you have a sense, see the rope bending like that?
It's now or never.
You don't separate yourself away from the role of the prey. You are the prey.
What a way to be caught like this.
Coming at it sort of, as a psychologist, that was perhaps one of the more fascinating aspects about it.
Oh, fuck. Okay, which way? Left?
Should I continue? Should I not continue? What would a prey do here? You're the prey, and you're really running on instincts. But when you're kind of food deprived and you're thirsty and cold and tired and all that, you really see how all those kinds of variables affect your behavior, affect your decision making, and there's really no letdown at all.
Find a spot and then be quiet.
I had a bear set my shoe on fire. I had the coldest, most miserable night of my life. Got stung in the face by a bee.
I can feel it swelling up. Doesn't hurt, but might pose a problem for visibility.
But I would do it all again in a second. It was just a thrill. It was awesome.
I actually learned a very valuable lesson from somebody up here in Elliott Lake. They told me life's journey isn't about arriving at the grave in a well-preserved body, but rather it's to skidding sideways, torn up, worn out, and shouting, "Holy shit, what a ride." Mantracker, holy shit, what a ride.